This is Nairobi, Kenya's capital city and the world's only wildlife capital, with a national park right at the center of the city. Nairobi is a native Maasai name meaning cool waters in reference to the Nairobi River that cuts across the city. Other highlights are well-connected infrastructure, a bustling business industry, good climate, prosperous agribusiness, rich culture and tourist attraction, an influx of foreign investors and stakeholders, and amazing sceneries. Rapid urbanization has led to an increase in population in the city. As a result, waste generation has increased, turning it to a health, socio-economical, and environmental concern. In an attempt to accelerate industrial development, the government of Kenya failed to pay attention to solid waste management. The Nairobi County Council, responsible for waste management within Nairobi County, can't handle the waste generated and are unable to deliver services to all residents. Municipal taxes levied against Nairobi residents provides funding for the council. However, because of the subpar structures used, the revenue collection mechanism is ineffective. Furthermore, dishonesty and a money-stealing culture by the county council officials causes the system to fail at a socio-economic level. Informal communities are widely spread around Nairobi. Because these populations do not pay county taxes, the county government uses this as a justification to reduce or refuse to offer waste collection services in certain regions. Collection in residential area is dominated by private businesses with NCC permits. Waste collection levels are still poor in spite of this. This is the result of subpar infrastructure setups. In Kenya, solid waste is carelessly thrown alongside streets, drains, water bodies, markets, and disposal sites. This harms the land's beauty and has an effect on the environment. Dispersed solid waste from unauthorized open dumping sites frequently clogs drainage systems and sewage systems, resulting in flooding and unsanitary conditions. The single active landfill, Dandora dump site, is completely full and has no extra room. The majority of private collectors now dump their waste at a number of very unregulated and illegal dumping sites that have sprung all over the city. Such dumps are unsightly, smell bad, and have rodents, flies, mosquitoes, infestations. This promotes the reproduction of bacteria, parasites, and other disease vectors. Locals living in the areas adjoining the Dandora and other illegal dumping sites are affected by chronic respiratory and waterborne ailments as a result of the subpar waste management procedures. Fly infestations in open solid waste dumps are a major source of cholera, typhoid, and diarrhea disease transmission. Malaria and dengue fever are carried out and spread by mosquitoes. Open dump sites generate leachites during rainy seasons, which seep into the soil and water bodies and cause pollutions that disturb the ecosystem's delicate equilibrium. Air pollution is another critical issue brought on by these sites. These open dumps give off strong offensive odors due to the rotting wastes. Most illegal dumps also burn their solid waste, which pollutes the environment and raises greenhouse gas emissions that are bad for the environment. Storms and strong winds that frequently hit these places also blow dust and filth from solid waste management to nearby areas. The low-income and slum areas where waste management practices are poor and the open dump sites are located lack adequate health and safety facilities. This causes an occupational hazard for the waste collection crew who sustain injuries while lifting, injuries from sharp objects, and traffic accidents. The county government can implement a sustainable waste management system by increasing awareness via teaching and training locals, organizations, and businesses, enhancing current trash management methods. At all levels, separation procedures must be upheld. Recycling and reusing must be encouraged and incentivized by the government, and effective monitoring systems to be put in place to lessen or restrict ineffective waste management techniques. The zero waste ideal in mind, this case study examines the various waste management systems in use in Nairobi County and their effectiveness and sustainability. For this study, a descriptive approach will be used in an effort to provide a framework and analyze current situations, patterns, and the state of events. This approach will provide a thorough overview of trash waste management in Nairobi City and a sustainable course of action. I will review the information, books, and research works that have been written about Nairobi's solid waste management. Fieldwork will be done in a number of Nairobi County regions, including interviews to learn more about the current solid waste management practices and their effects. The relationship between the stakeholders in Nairobi waste management cycle will be determined through system analysis. Based on the most significant discoveries and conclusions relating to various advances over the decades, a theoretical review of the effects of solid waste management practices on the environment, health, and socioeconomic situations must be offered. I shall examine the various theoretical perspectives and their possible impact on waste management solutions. I shall assess the competitive ability in sustainably promoting socioeconomic, health, and environmental preservation. The results produced after the data is gathered and examined to form conclusions shall then be subjected to a thorough review analysis. Taking into consideration the guiding principles of eco-health, One Health, and planetary health frameworks, I will highlight the gap and suggest future lines of research based on the conclusions drawn from my study.